Now let's see how to play the game. So we play 5 rounds in each game. So each round, each player will have 3 turns, and we take turns to play. So for instance, your turn, you will take one of the remaining gnome tiles. So for example, you can use the gnome tile to gather resources in the forest, or you can flip over and use it in the attic to climb up the stairs to perform the actions. So, or you can just discard the tile and you can take the coins by the squares -1. So let's say I discard the 2 squares non-tile, I take 1 coin. So let's take closer to how to gather resources in the forest. So let's say I choose 3 squares non-tile, so I can cover the icons in the forest. So let's say I cover these 3. I can gather chamomile, treasure chest, and mushroom. So I will take chamomile and mushroom. And the treasure chest, I can draw 2 and then look them and choose one of them I want and keep it in my player board. And I place the last treasure chest here. So this is how you gather resources in the forest. But there is an exception, like you see this is the crystal. Crystal can be only gathered by the 1 square gnome tile. So let's say you place here, you will gather 1 crystal. So each time when you place the gnome tile, if you touch another player's tile, then you have to pay 1 coin to them. So for example, now it's the green player's turn. He places this tile here and gather the resources. And because he touched the yellow player's gnome tile, so he must pay 1 coin to the yellow player. So be careful when you place your gnome tile. So this is how you gather resources in the forest. Now I tell you how to perform the actions in the attic. So let's say I choose 2 square the gnome tiles and I place, let's say I can choose which ladders or the stairs you want to go. So let's say I place here. So I can activate the actions here. So the golden books you can activate only by the top of the gnome. The silver books you can this one can be activated by any gnome. So for example, I place here, I can only activate this action because it is also a golden book. So this is only can be activated by the top gnome. So in this situation, I can only activate this action. Let's say I place here, so I can only activate this as well because the golden book can be only activated by the top of the gnome. So for example, I place here and I activate this action. It allows me to move 2 space forward on the adventure trail. So for example, I place here and the yellow player will move 2 space forward on the adventure trail. And in this situation, I can also score 1 point from it. This is how you activate actions in the Arctic. Oh, by the way, if you stake on another player's tile, you also need to pay 1 coin to them. But you are able to reach higher actions in the Arctic. So the last action I have already explained that you can just discard the tile and take the coins. Sometimes the coin is very important because you use it for paying your when you touch the tiles or when you stake the tiles on another player's tile. So after 3 turns, we will have 1 tile remaining. You must put it in a bedroom so they go to sleep. When you place the last tile in the bedroom, you will score from the squares -1. So for example, you place 4 tile, you have 4 square non-tiles and place here, you will score 3 points for them. For the start of the next round, you will use these tiles first because they wake up first. And then this is the basic rules that how we play for each round. So for more details, so for example, you can activate the action to invite the mighty gnome. In this situation, let's say I'm able to activate this action, this allows me to invite mighty gnomes. So let's say I want to invite this mighty gnome, the druid gnome. So druid gnome costs me 1 wood, 1 mushroom, and 1 chamomile. If I pay for it, I will take this and then place in my empty space, I mean the left empty space of my dining table, and then I can use the special ability from this mighty gnome, and also when the game ends I will score from this mighty gnome. So there are many different combinations during the game. If you, let's say I invite another mighty gnome, you can use different abilities from them, and also you will have different ways of scoring for you to compose. So this is how we play the game.